30 years ago or so, we became more and more aware of the rare and amazing trees in our forests here in BC and dreamt of the possibilities for Dürfeld Log Timber, thinking if we can do a good job working and creating with these trees, we can really make something happen. Well, the dreams we had back then have been realized and surpassed. And why is that? Because of our desire and ability to collaborate and share knowledge. We use traditional European knowledge and joinery that has been passed on through generations. In European culture, this passing on of information from one generation to the next is called historic knowledge. Similarly, in Indigenous culture, it is called hereditary knowledge. I think this is our moral and ethical responsibility to share valuable knowledge. We must strive to provide a working environment where people, and in particular young people, are empowered and inspired to learn, grow, collaborate, and teach. In this way, truly fulfilling their human potential. We have so much respect for the people who hold the knowledge and continue to ensure it is being passed on to the next generation. This is vital to any apprenticeship and a big part of our craft. Dürfeld Log Timber desires to preserve and expand this sharing of knowledge. That's what humanity is all about. That's why we are still here. Respect includes asking ourselves hard questions like, what gives us the right and privilege to work with such incredible trees? It is our commitment to learning from the North American indigenous peoples that helps us understand the values of this land. For thousands of years, Coast Salish peoples lived so well and for so long, using almost exclusively the materials of their environment. Today, teachings are being brought back and revived with the re-emergence of new art forms. Cedar is often central to those art forms, being used to create longhouses, canoes, house posts, weavings, and more. And of course, we at Dürfeld Log Timber use cedar in creating the log post and beam structure for the Tsawwassen First Nation's state-of-the-art youth center. Working with traditional Tsawwassen carvers, Carl Morgan and Bryce Williams helped us understand the stories they share in the carving of their house posts. Fortunately, we had a suitable seasoned log in our inventory and were able to use our site and innovative labor-saving tools and equipment to prepare the house post blanks for carving. This saved Carl and Bryce from having to wrestle the big logs in their workshop. Project architect Dr. Nancy Mackin spent time with the Tsawwassen people, ensuring the building accurately represents their culture and architecture. This youth center project was the beginning of learning how to share and integrate the knowledge we all have, and this is what we aim to build on.
This building is for the next generation. And what does that mean? It means that it has to be a building that will look after the land and look after the culture. To look after the land, we made sure that it's a building that can actually help reduce the impact of climate change. And how do we do that? We use BC Western Red Cedar in the poles, hemlock fir, mass timber in the structure of the building. And what this means is that there's 3 times as much CO2e sequestered in the building as was used in its creation. So this building actually does help reduce the impacts of climate change.
The European understanding has influenced our industry, and if we continue to work with the indigenous people's understanding and have them influence our industry in the same way, we will see that we have hardly started to realize the values that are potentially here. We should be building structures that last and provide service for many generations. If we start recognizing and realizing these values when we are planning to cut some of the trees in our forests, then we believe by working together we will be building communities and structures that exemplify sustainable and vibrant social economic well-being.